One of the dialogues that gets surfaced by nobody ever telling the truth about Gail Burston gets surfaced is the business about reparations. It's harder to make a case for reparations to black people when they were in the driver's seat of the AIDS attack. Duvall said he knows that Bush started AIDS and supports him for it. Well, I knew a Cindy Chapman back in the days of God Kitchen at Tyler Art School when Zell was first making his storyline known. And McGarvey gave me Critical Path by Buckminster Fuller. So Gore's little pigeon deposit system is pretty well established before anything really got started in the community that Tim Stephen represents. I met Peter Shell through Tom Hodge. And Shell and Tim Stevens and Dennis Burtis made the Carrot tape, WQED, which was to them like zany proof that Andrea Swimmer had chased the right deaf kid up the right tree. They chased me up the tree of Mount Desert Island for the Tim Stevens show. I forget the guy from the Post-Gazette's name, but Tony Norman, I guess. They were making licky chops tapes. They had this profile of me as being hung up boyfriend who wasn't allowed to have children, wasn't allowed to have a wedding. And they were going to prove that Wademaker had neuroplastically implanted the right deaf white suck who was psychologically consistent with the script that Oliver Stone wrote for the benefit of Putin and Traore. And this falls in line with the cast of characters in Tacoma who see the story as their casino narrative. And so they throw in, superstition about anything that goes on in the media because they say this is the argument they're making is that George Orwell's Big Brother said that to dominate media narrative is to own the world. So it's more important to them that the story be told their way than that anybody gets anywhere near the truth of it. It's sad. It's ridiculous. They say, oh, we know him. We've known him a long time. He covers for us. I didn't mention that the girl, and one of the girls in the Hill District, identified herself before she robbed me. Because I like black people. I respect them for the most part. They did not go through what I did. They did not do my research. They misled things. Because they wanted Obama. It's a retarded idea. Go along with, because they want to be the ones who get enriched. It's a cult of property red buns. We'll be nice to you, be nice to us. But don't go thinking you're entitled to be paid for your work and your injuries. The union did. I mean, it's corruption, but I'm sure that they claim that I have a pornography collection that I pirated. Anybody wants to see it can ask me. It's not for sale. It's what I consider to be reasonable digest as to what is reasonably appropriate. It's because I'm accusing that industry of pornographic genocide. They should see what I consider to be legitimate too. It's an legal action. I mean, they did, after all, kidnap, torture, and abuse me. They trafficked me. You know, um, NAACP consider themselves the ideologically pure component of the trafficking system. I mean, it does. I doubt they ever bothered to reason about it. What they say to themselves is probably, "We're going to be able to get away with it because of Trump and Obama, and we just put our money on Yoko Ono." It's called hedging your bets. Schools are apparently not for encouraging children to be life realization of their life's potentials. They're places to buy time before genocides or something. It really is pretty vicious and ugly. What Seattle is doing is really pretty low. I mean, how hard is it to say that a person has been misrepresented, tortured, molested, white or black? How hard is it to do that? They literally can't do it. That goes against our ideological narrative because that would require us acknowledging the evidence.